Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Facial Recognition Podcast. I'm your guest this week, Craig Michael Lowe, otherwise known as Lowe. To you tens of people out there, I want to say thank you for hitting download. No, this isn't Crystalia's congratulations, but this'll do. Joining me right now is my favorite crew cut in the comedy game.
You want to try to pronounce my name?
Palavi and then it turns into a motorbike.
And I'm Zara Ali. Fizza Tasani cannot be here, unfortunately.
Fizzer and those ponytails needed to fuck off and do a tight 8, you know?
Ponytails.
You know?
I'm still in my friend's phone as that last name. She just
You are that frog song that used to sell ringtones 10 years ago.
This is unfair. He's a professional radio personality.
Oh, shit.
No,
I'm fine. This can be. I'm fine with this.
Like I said, I'm happy to be here and do your skits.
Yo, Craig could just take over this entire podcast today. I'm totally fine with that.
Let me explain how many people hear my show. If you got every comedy pop-up podcast together over the year.
I'm sorry, we just got canceled.
Wait, you guys
we didn't. What? We got canceled?
We just got canceled for Craig.
Look, I love comedy pop-up. If there's any sex dungeon I'm ever in with microphones, it's this fucker.
Craig, do you have your own show right now?
Yeah, it's called Lowe Live.
Lowe Live. What is it on?
It's on Kiss FM in Australia, nationally.
Oh yeah, I don't. On iHeart. So in America, I can find it on iHeart.
But no, I'm not successful. No. I think you can. I don't know. I've never tried to listen to it.
Wait, so do you still like record it every day?
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, and it airs in Australia.
Airs in Australia from 5 till 7 p.m. on Saturday on Kiss FM around Australia, and then I think they play it.
So where do you record? Like where? Like
my
here?
Bedroom. And then I refer to it as the Kiss FM studios because I think that's hilarious.
Because we have Kiss FM here in
LA. I work there, and they are just a fucking terrible bunch of people. I got told I wasn't allowed on American radio by the boss there because Mexicans can't understand my accent.
Okay, I have to.
Anyway, we're an equal opportunity employer here.
I have to throw Fizz under the bus.
We do have to tell you this.
She doesn't understand.
Yeah, I know she doesn't. And
she was like, "It's okay, I won't miss much."
She's not gonna be here.
We were backstage at Westside Comedy, and we had one of those things where I said something
and she
that
just nodded and smiled.
It needed a reaction, and she was just like, I was just like, didn't understand me.
Oh my God.
Do you get that a lot or no?
Nah.
Just with Fizza
and
Mexican.
It's just
Fizza and Mexican.
Fizza and Mexican. My girlfriend's family just stares at me, and then Fizza pops her head around the corner.
She's like, I don't know.
Okay, so
Wait,
I couldn't.
You're big in Australia,
Nah.
bro? How big are you in Australia?
He's kind of a big deal in Australia.
Bro, are you a big deal in Australia?
I don't know. Is it hard to be famous in Australia?
I literally have no
people.
idea. The only famous people I know from Australia are like Steve Irwin and any of those animals.
Nicole Kidman. You guys have Nicole Kidman.
Terrifying animals.
Nicole Kidman, and aren't the Hemsworth brothers Australian?
Yeah. Have you seen their parents?
No.
Are they tiny?
Oh, you would fuck their parents.
I would.
Their dad is a fox.
He's like hotter than like the Hemsworth, but like
you can see where it all came from.
Okay,
like
got
if
it.
you mix a Ferrari with a Porsche.
I have never met an Australian that was unattractive. Granted, I've only met like 12 of them in my entire life. So is this a thing? Are Australians like attractive?
The life of crime will get you hot.
Yeah.
This is true because most Australians are like descendants of prisoners, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all get kicked the fuck out of
England. Mine are from Scotland.
What do they do? What was their crime in Scotland?
Yeah, what crime did you inherit?
I never looked.
You never looked?
Because I know me and I know it's going to be something rapey. And
I know, I was thinking that too.
I don't want to know it's in the genes somewhere.
I think Welshmen have the highest rape statistics.
Really?
Is this what you Google in your spare?
Yeah, just in my
men
sleep.
are Googling Avengers right now. You're
But
over
I'm
here
like, which men should I hide from? Who should I wear my keys and my knuckles for?
Now you know.
Comedy
Now we
bookers
know.
and everyone else.
Yep. Australians, apparently.
Yeah, we're creepy.
I'm not arguing with you
So,
there.
okay.
You want to
Look
close
how I'm
your
sitting
legs?
right now.
Okay, hold on.
Seeing anything you like?
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So Craig.
By the way, you have a
do you
sheet
not
here,
crack?
and
I
on my
do.
facts it just says personal. Really,
Really
hot
hot
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Do you think they're doing this at
It should
Fallon
be-
when they're
It should be like
guests?
a question mark, like an
No,
enigma.
she is really hot,
I
and
know
I
she
don't
is.
I don't understand how this happened.
That's what I'm saying. The question mark is for.
Okay, how did this happen?
Okay.
Yeah.
How
and
did-
how
like,
have you not
how?
fucked it up yet?
Exactly.
Granted, I've
Yes.
given it my best.
Exactly. That's what I would like to know because she's such
She
a
just
wonderful person.
A huge fan of chalk art? What's happening?
Have you guys met her?
I've met her a
Nah.
handful of times.
But
Yeah.
she's hot, and that's
She
all I
is.
need to know. No, I'm kidding.
She's a model.
She is a actress, model, dancer, singer, stripper, and
Oh, she's a stripper as well?
no, I wish.
She refuses to take any clothes off in front of him.
Just me though.
Just you.
We met on set.
On set,
Yeah,
okay.
it's such a shitty story. So I was following her on Instagram, and then they were like, "Hey, do you want to book models? We need Instagram models for this sketch we're shooting for a
Oh,
pilot."
God.
And I was
Lowe.
like, hang on, it gets way worse. And then I was like, I know, just the girl. She came on set, and then obviously I was me, and it's like, oh, how do you say no to that, you know? And then...
No, but exactly. You were so creepy. Like, how did this happen?
Okay,
I feel like even if she said no, that wouldn't be a problem.
Well, but then when we were done filming everything, she was like, oh, cool, I'll follow you on Instagram. So I had to go on Instagram, unfollow
Unfollow her and then follow her.
And then I was like, oh, you on the gram? Oh, yeah, my name's Craig Lowe. And then she looked it up, and I was like, here, I'll follow you back. And then I followed her back.
But did
she
she
know
know?
this now?
She must have noticed.
Yeah, of course she knows now. But then 3 months, I played the long game. So we just made each other giggle in the DMs for 3 months. And then I was just waiting for the right time to pounce.
So what was the right?
Christ.
What was the right? You just sound like Crocodile Dundee, right?
So there she was, right? She was just Instagram modeling, her tits everywhere. Oh, look at her.
In a natural habitat.
Look at her acting like
waiting-
she's eating pizza. That's not what they eat.
That's not what they
That's not an Instagram model's diet. Come here, girl. Come here.
So you saw her. You basically saw her Instagram story of her eating pizza, and you're like, all right, she's in a vulnerable moment. I'm gonna pounce.
No, she posted
Wait,
a photo of her dad, and I was just like, yeah, chivalry or some shit like that. And then we got to talking.
Wait, do you ever feel bad when you lean into the Australian accent? Like hard? Do you ever? Are you?
As in, do I use it for a crutch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel bad about leaning into it hard?
Do you have to
Nah.
like fall into it during auditions? Like, are people like, or casting directors ever like, all right, now be more Australian?
No, casting directors are so different here because they'll be like, talk how you usually talk, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, just on the spot, just be like, hey, so just do that monologue in American.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to just be like, oh, I can't believe you said that, Dan. I mean, my heart is breaking right now. What? Like that shit.
Do you want to get a glass of water?
Yeah. just like
Why do non-Americans always say water weird?
so
It's
mispronounced.
weird. Water?
Dude, I think none of us have got
Paper?
it right yet.
No.
Like, every one of us sucks.
You know who I thought was like so weird because I didn't know that she wasn't American. Alicia Silverstone.
What is she?
She's I think she's like Canadian.
She's washed up. I think we can all agree.
Well, I
Wow, not
All
more
right.
than Stacey Dash.
Oh,
Huh?
snap.
Political.
But in Clueless, she moved her mouth around so much where like I was like, I,
think
don't.
she has
is
a
she weird?
lisp or
She
something.
has some sort of like speech impediment, and she has somewhat of an
Really?
accent that's not an American accent.
Wow.
So, and that after that, I realized like, oh, anyone who moves their mouth that much is not an American.
Yeah.
It's like
Like,
they're dubbing
it's
over
like
their
a-
own voice
yeah.
with an American accent.
That's the best way to describe Australians or anyone doing American accents. Like, have you,
Dubbing.
just to get back to Avengers, have you seen how Chris Hemsworth talks? Like, it started off British, and then
Yeah.
it just sort of is just like, I am going to go out here into the
Yeah.
Just
darkness.
sound like he was raised in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, what are you now? Fucking Scottish? And then you just ignore it.
Because of the body.
I mean, does
Why do
anyone
you-
actually
why do you
listen
go-
to what he's saying? I don't.
I do. He's a great actor. I don't objectify him.
You don't objectify the Hemsworths?
Nah.
Because
My friends are all friends
they're
with
your
them,
people.
so I
Are
just-
they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All Australians know
So
each
you're
other.
one
Kinda.
you're 1 degree separated from the Hemsworths.
Yeah, but my friend would always come back from parties and be like, oh, so here's what we were doing. All the stuff with all the celebrities. And I was like, I would die at that party. I would do too much of everything.
All of the drugs.
All of the drugs.
Oh, so you have a lot of
Daraga.
vices, is what you're saying. You have a lot of vices.
Yeah, I'm Australian. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Whiskey
Do you,
for
do you
breakfast.
drink? You don't, right? 'Cause
Do you,
religion-
like,
Zara
are you-
loves to party.
I feel like you don't. You do. Fucking, you trash bag over here.
I love that reputation. I'm fine with it.
And Fizz is somewhere in the middle. Like, the three of you were
That's
like...
so wrong.
the
All
three-
of that is so
no,
wrong.
the three of you were just like Sex in the City, except you're all the same color. That's the only difference.
We're going to take this clip, and that's going to be the entirety of the podcast.
Sure. You're all
gonna
like the
be-
Sex in the
One of you
City.
is the slutty one. The other one reads books.
Why can't I be both?
Because you're an engineer.
Oh, well,
Right?
you got that part right. Oh, he listens.
You got one thing right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But your drug thing was totally, I don't know about us.
Who do you think parties harder out of you two?
Well, now Zara probably. I
Because
would
she got
say.
a boyfriend.
Maybe.
No, because she likes to party. But Fizza used to, she has a history.
Fizza used to party a lot.
She probably has partied more than either of us.
Yeah.
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 That's
Well,
why
I don't
she's
know.
so chill now. She figured
She doesn't
her
seem
shit
chill.
out.
I think she would definitely have just like a crazy streak in the bedroom.
No comment.
I don't know. Maybe. She's not here to defend
Bro, she
herself.
wears neon pants and has ponytail things going on. What
We
do
can ask her.
What do we call those, by the way? Because like,
Pigtails?
They're called
You keep saying
pigtails.
ponytail.
what are they?
Pigtails.
Oh,
Say it.
I'm
Say
not
it.
referring to
Say
anything
it.
on a girl with the word pig. This is 2019.
Well, that's classy. How classy of you. Okay, wait, so we're talking about how you managed to get
Are we?
this hot girlfriend.
We're still on that, are we?
We're just still in disbelief that you
What?
still have her.
I
How
don't
long have you been
understand
together?
how this
We need
How
to-
long have you been
we-
together?
3 years.
Damn.
3 years.
So you need to explain what it is about that blows your mind because I'm ugly
because,
or
like-
my personality.
both.
But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say what I think is worse. I'm thinking the personality.
It's just your demeanor. When you open your mouth,
Yeah.
people are like, I don't like that guy.
I don't. Yeah.
What's
Well,
wrong
how
with
did
him?
how did you even win her over?
It's not
'Cause
even-
you're just so
This is
It's just I
annoying.
feel like
I'm just
it would
getting
be
attacked.
just exhausting, not like you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Because behind
You know
closed
you.
doors, I'm very different.
Are you?
Yeah. Super supportive, listen to all her stuff, make sure she's
I can see that.
eating food, she's
Aw, that's
happy,
sweet.
she's safe.
You sound like a
That's sweet.
zookeeper again.
Yeah. And then once a month, I gotta hose her down because, you know, she's on heat.
She's on heat.
Hey, she's on the bleed.
Sounds like you
Oh
just
my
turned a microwave on.
Stop it.
We gotta get the sharks out of the
I
water.
gotta scrub her down so fucking every guy in the neighborhood could smell it, you know?
Oh my goodness.
And now I'm back to being me.
That's what that smell is, because we're neighbors. I always assume that there's something weird going on at your house.
There's a
Did you just say the smell is his girlfriend having her period? That's so weird, Zara.
Is this where most of your podcast goes in the first 8 minutes? So you can smell my girlfriend's period.
No,
On North
no.
Laurel Ave.
I just assume you're hosing down something.
Every month I just smell it and I'm like, thank God she's not trapped. I put another tally in chalk on my wall and I'm like,
kidding.
Lowe hasn't gotten her for another month in a row.
Easy, girl. Easy.
I think you guys will probably have pretty kids, though. I can see that happening.
Yeah, whoever she has them with.
I know.
I think they're going to be great. You know, whether it's with me or a linebacker, she deserves nice things.
A linebacker, so you're okay if she leaves you for a linebacker.
Yeah.
Who would you not be okay with her leaving you for? Who are you like, I'm definitely
Like, she's
better than
only
this
allowed
person.
to upgrade after
Yeah,
you.
who's a downgrade?
Any comedian?
What if she
Oh,
left
it'd
you?
be
What
so
if she got
funny.
knocked up by Chris D'Elia?
That'd be so funny to me.
I would
Look at
I would say congratulations. I went to use his,
thought about
I went to
it.
use his
Milking?
podcast as a pun, and then I was like, oh, I'll just leave it.
Oh
No,
my
Delia's
God.
great in the bedroom. Yeah, I hope he plows it.
You hope he plows it? Oh, that's nice. That's
There is
like,
no
that's
way
supportive.
Delia doesn't fuck like a wild antelope. Are you kidding me? Have you
just
seen that
imagine
man?
his impression of a dolphin, but in the bed.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, either way.
I don't even know where this episode
I really
went.
like. Let's
Crazy.
have the rest of the episode be about who your girlfriend should fuck next.
And let's go to the board. Anyone.
Anybody YouTube comments on it?
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so she's hot. Great. Moving
Yes,
on.
moving
You're happy
on.
or whatever.
Yes, I'm happy for you and your 3-year-old relationship with your Instagram model actress.
My
singer.
my roommate's Australian.
She is?
He is.
Oh,
yeah.
he is.
But he was like.
Does he know who Craig Lowe is?
Probably. They all know each other.
Probably.
Right?
Probably not.
No.
But so you do this thing. You're like an amazing artist.
Chalk art.
Yeah, you do chalk art. It's
chalk
crazy.
art?
Chalk art.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just correct? We just corrected it.
Chalk art.
Chalk art?
I said
Chalk art, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Talk like we talk, goddammit.
Ah, okay. I'm
No,
sorry.
I heard
had
him
an
say
accent.
Use
jogger.
your
I'm like,
American
what?
or I won't hear you.
This is the weirdest podcast because it's done by feminists who don't want to be pigeonholed, and then straight away, the podcast before me with KT Tatara, I walk in and it's, how many dicks would you suck for 10 grand?
Did you just say this podcast was by feminists who don't want to be pigeonholed?
Wait,
Don't
what?
want to be pigeonholed.
Who said I'm a feminist? I'm not a feminist. I'm not.
Ooh.
I don't get
I
it.
literally follow you on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've
Oh,
seen your posts.
But you're confusing feminism with outright hatred of men, and that's
Oh.
No,
Okay.
just because I hate
You're
men does
correct.
not mean I'm
Yeah.
a feminist. You know, like it's totally different
Oh,
things.
I've been intelligent.
hate
Oh,
men.
my bad. No,
You said I've been intelligent.
Yeah, I've just
When?
been
Can
like-
you point out any?
He's been
instances?
diligent.
Sorry,
What?
my bad. All
No,
good.
so I do this thing. I stopped doing it for a while, but it was my guide for guys, where I was just giving tips for men on how to be better people.
Oh, is this when you all complain about being called hot or some shit?
No.
It's
like,
literally just fucking have a shower.
it's basically it's like, hey, do your laundry.
You know what? I used to
Don't
do
wear
this
dirty
bit.
socks on a date.
Yeah, all
you
that
know,
stuff
like
completely.
Wait,
yeah.
I can totally see women complaining about you calling them hot. You started this podcast like this, with your legs like wide open.
Wait, hold on. What?
What's going on, birds?
What are the bitches talking about now?
Yeah, that's good. They let women do radio now. It's cute.
These wires don't even go to anything.
It's not recorded.
It's not recorded. They just let us play here until we have to cook at home.
Oh my goodness. We were talking about your chalk art. Oh my god.
And where did it end up? Where did that one end up?
You accused me of being a feminist.
I've never seen anyone this angry about being called a feminist before.
Yeah, I feel like you're overcompensating.
Yeah, all right. Fuck women. I'm with you. Which one's the correct answer here?
No, I'm for equality between men and women, but I'm also for, like chivalry. Like I don't like chivalry being dead. Like I still feel
Same.
I feel like chivalry is it's not dead. It's just like people now just like fuckboys just like fuck you and then ghost you. But back then they were just having second families and beating you. So I feel like
I mean, if anything, we deserve a thank you. You're right.
Yeah, thank you so much for not hitting me right now.
Yeah, thank
Craig.
you.
We
Thank
are
you for
coming
that.
leaps and bounds, gentlemen.
Every time I'm around you, I'm like, thank God he's not hitting me. Okay,
This
so
is off the rails. But no, so okay, my idea, so I feel like men are using feminism as an excuse not to be better human beings.
I pay for 90% of everything. I open doors, and that is still now 3
I think
years
that's
in.
very sweet. I think that's why you're a good guy. I'm
You
not
don't
saying
do
you're
it
a
to get
bad
pat on
guy.
the back. You just pass that down to your son, I would think. I mean, that's what my dad did.
that's
yeah.
what you're gonna pass down to your girlfriend and that linebacker son.
Look, when I'm raising Jamal Jr., I'm gonna teach my son. Weird name for my wife to choose, I know, but had a ring to it.
Wait, so you'll raise somebody else's kid. You just
I
don't
think
want
he'd
it to be your
He'd
kid.
be a good Manny, I think.
I think so.
I was a Manny.
You
Were you?
were?
Yeah,
When?
for like 2 years when I moved out.
When you first moved to LA?
Yeah, I couldn't get a job.
What kind of kids were you mannying?
Rich I had to manny 2 twin girls and a little boy, and
That
he was like 10, and they
That
were
sounds
like 7.
terrifying. If you had just like 2 strange twin children
I
Yeah,
think-
and
in a house and
just
it's like
me.
gets dark.
I think he'd
Yeah.
be good with kids because you're like you're a clown. You're a clown.
You're a fucking
and you know
clown,
how to
dude.
play with chalk. You know
Bro,
how to
you're
play
a
with
total
chalk.
clown.
You know how to play with chalk. I think that's all you need.
Yeah,
to,
that's
like,
all you need to raise kids. Just chalk and
To raise
clowns.
somebody else's kid.
That's why that clown from It did so well.
Yeah, I mean, throw
Great
some chalk on that
babysitter,
bitch,
yeah.
and he could
Down
fucking
in the
open a
sewer.
daycare.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hell
my
yeah.
goodness. So how long did your Manny career last?
Would we call it that?
Yeah,
My
well, you were
career?
pursuing it, right?
Your career in mannying.
Do you not put that on your resume?
Was
no,
a Manny.
It's not on my IMDb.
Oh,
Crazy.
weird.
Ugh.
I was playing interested in your children.
Look, I never hit any kids. I don't care what they say. But you don't have to Google that.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be the #1 Google result.
Is there like a
Does
public police
Craig
report
Lowe
on
hit
file?
kids?
No. Nannying was fine. I've done so many shitty jobs.
What's your worst job?
This podcast.
Oh, we're not paying you. That's so cute. You thought we were paying you?
Aw, you're getting paid in free water. There you go.
No. Oh, God. I was a fake bartender. I lied on a resume.
How do you fake bartend?
Well, they were like, do you know how to make cocktails? And I said, yes. And then what I would do is just lie. So if someone was like, hey, can I have a Long Island iced tea? I would be like, yeah, we
Or
make...
like 12 things.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, we make them differently in Australia. Do you want me to make you how we make them in Australia?
my God.
And 9 times out of 10, they'd be like, whoa, yeah. And then I'd just pour shit into a glass.
How long did that last?
Up until when I nearly killed a kid.
Oh my God.
And you don't hit kids. You want to
don't hit
reiterate?
You just nearly
Just
killed
Drink
them.
them under the
Poisoning.
table.
But he wasn't supposed to be there, right?
No,
Probably?
he was in the restaurant area. Someone put in an order for an Arnold Palmer, and I thought that had
Oh,
vodka in it
no.
for sure.
Oh, no.
And then I gave
That
it to the
is so
waitress,
funny.
and she
Oh
just
my
took it out to
gosh.
the kid.
Have you done a bit about that? That's
Yeah,
so funny.
I do now because it's funny, and I think like the
How old
time's
was the
passed to be
kid?
The
sued.
statute of limitations is
Yeah,
passed.
he was like 14, I think.
Oh my
What a
gosh.
pussy couldn't drink some
Straight
vodka.
up, right? Like when I
Yeah.
was your age, huh?
They start
legal
drinking at
drinking
14.
age is 7 in
Is-
Australia.
Wait, what is the legal drinking age
It's
in
18,
Australia?
and we have a huge cultural issue right now with underage drinking and people fighting at the age of 18.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Have you ever had a fight?
Lots.
Have you seen his face?
I was just
Of course
trying to
he's
be
had
nice.
fights.
Look at this.
I was just trying to be nice.
Wherever something doesn't look
I
right.
assume you're going to wander into the street and fight a homeless person right
Well,
now.
yeah, but it's Koreatown. It'd be a hate crime. I got to drive back up to
Against
when-
which one?
I don't know.
Actually,
Whatever's
yeah.
out there.
Throw
If
yeah.
somebody
Finding
beat
you
you up, isn't that a hate crime?
Against
Because you're an
Australians.
immigrant.
Yeah,
You're an
you-
immigrant.
No, but that doesn't count whenever I want the points in like casting or general meetings. Just because
Okay.
I'm a first generation immigrant. Like I came here on my own.
Yeah.
So whenever I
And
say,
he's literally taking the jobs. That's like, that's your
literally,
bit that
that's
you do,
my whole
right?
bit that I'm just like I'm moved here to steal jobs.
That's great. Wait,
Yeah.
what's the worst fight you've been in?
Well, Jamal Senior is gonna be
Yeah,
getting
that
a fight.
linebacker dude.
Yeah.
No, well, him
I
and
mean-
Erica are just friends.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's not connected to my son at all.
Okay.
So weird. Anyway, he gets his ashy skin from me. I
Oh,
think.
God.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Okay, he's still thinking of as the worst fight he's ever been in.
I
I
can't
feel like he's
remember.
like leaving it open for the future. Like his worst fight is ahead of him.
My worst fight happens in 2 weeks at the comedy store. I can't remember. Lots when I was a teenager. One in Sydney. Oh, I got my head stomped once. That was terrible.
What?
And I had like skull. So I
Oh,
got
God.
my eye here, my eye socket got stomped on, and then it caused a fracture. So this is all just like fucked up bone under here.
I was wondering what that was. I just thought it was a birth defect or
Nope,
something.
that's just
No?
my face.
That's No, you got stomped on. That's
Yeah.
so sad. What happened? What did you do?
3 guys were starting a fight with one guy in a 7-Eleven in Sydney, and then I ran in.
Another 7-Eleven. Why do problems always happen at 7-Eleven?
Because it's the only fucker open, and everyone wanders in there like, yay, ice cream, I'm drunk.
Okay.
So then you joined this fight to protect the one dude.
I did, but then as I was walking out, I got smashed on the back of the head with a bottle, and then when I was out, they just like went to town on me. So it wasn't
Oh,
really a
fuck.
fight as much as a whooping.
So you were trying to stop the fight, and
Yeah.
then they beat you up.
Yeah.
That happened to me. The first like month I was
Really?
doing comedy, yeah, I don't get in fights. But the first month I was doing comedy, it was like the first time I had drank in a while, and I got drunk. And one of this comics was like a vet, and he was having like mad PTSD that day, so he was like super like trashed and like angry. And I guess he started picking a fight with just a dude that was leaving outside the bar, and I was in between them, and I was like, "Don't do it!" But they were like 10 feet away from me on both sides.
Yeah.
And then I woke up on the ground, and everybody had dispersed, and I had like a concussion. My elbow's still fucked up from it. It was like,
oh, that's terrible.
it was like my first month in comedy, and it felt like I got in a car accident because it was like 4 or 5 dudes piled on me, and they were all like over 6 feet and huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
It was insane.
That's a nice welcome to comedy.
I know.
Yeah.
And a bitch stayed.
Oh man, you got jumped in.
I got jumped into comedy.
There you go.
Can I read this? What have you?
Oh my
What else
God.
have you got on?
This is just your career. I went to your website. I went to your IMDb. So you moved to America in 2010.
To focus on
your
his comedy career.
On your
Cut and
comedy
paste, cut and paste. I did, and then my career took off.
Yeah,
obviously.
because you were a Manny and
No,
you
people
were a
just like me.
bartender.
People just like me. And plus, I'm an
okay.
unbelievable comedian. Oh my God.
I mean,
I don't know if
you were
you've
gonna-
seen me on stage, but it's pretty fucking incredible.
you know what? Modesty would go a long way for you because you actually are
Nah.
a very good comedian.
It's pretty
It's
astounding.
pretty. I mean, he's pretty funny. He's pretty funny for an Australian. I will say that.
Staring at him.
And then I was a writer for the BET Hip Hop Awards.
Oh, I
You
knew that because on your Instagram you said that every day.
You literally said that every
And
day
you had your
leading up
badge
to.
and all your Instagram
Oh
stories.
yeah, I did that story where I was like, "Hey guys, head writer BET Hip Hop Awards 2018, whatever."
Were you the head writer?
Yeah, the other 2 writers just didn't show up.
What is happening with BET's budget?
Why do
They
they
were-
have to hire an Australian?
They was
to-
because I worked with
He's
D-Ray,
the
who was
face
the host.
of hip hop.
Okay.
So I worked with D-Ray when I was on a
D-Ray
TV show.
Davis,
Yeah,
right,
I,
yeah.
I was on a show on MTV that he was a host of, and he liked my comedy.
Is that called? Was that joking off?
that? Yep, that's it.
There we go. I got it. I
look at
copied
this.
and pasted it
Oh,
right here.
Wow. Other TV credits include probably nothing.
Laughs. Laughs is a TV credit, and then
we call it that.
NBC and the
think-
E Network. You've written for things.
I gotta say his biggest credit is just having a hot girlfriend.
that is your personal
To me, that's
thing.
the only
I'ma be
thing
honest with
where
you.
I'm like, okay, he might be legit.
No, I will. You're kind of private about your personal life.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
In what way?
I mean, because like you're always joking around about it in your Instagram stories. So like, I don't know if you have like daddy issues or like if you have
Well,
like
you
any
know what?
darkness.
Fire away. What do you got?
Do you have any darkness in your life? Like,
Lots.
did you get
What?
kicked out of Australia? Like, let's talk
Yeah.
about what really happened.
I got fired and just couldn't get a job.
That's
So-
what
Where'd you
happened in
get fired
Australia.
from?
I was doing a radio show called Lowe's Hot 30. That's when I was like, fuck. I think I was like 19, maybe 18 through to like 21. And I was getting paid like a lot of money.
Yeah, like you were a big deal in radio
Yeah,
in
well-
Bro, you were a
Australia.
big deal in Australia, bro?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like David Hasselhoff in Germany. But I
Oh
was
shit,
just
bro.
me in
You're just
Australia.
making pop music in
Yeah, I was
Australia.
just doing
Damn.
driving cars with my hairy ass chest.
Wow.
It's fucking running up and down the beach is what it is, man. Just Bondi.
Just hiding from kangaroo and snakes, bro.
Yeah. And then I got fired. I got publicly fired.
You got
Like,
you got fired
atrociously
on
Wait,
the
why?
radio.
What happened? Break it down.
I, in all honesty, just got so over it. And I know that sounds
You made them
ridiculous.
break up with you.
No, I had such a shitty attitude, and I was a terrible person to be
I mean,
around.
you were a 21-year-old asshole, like
Yeah, I
most
was
With a
people
lot
are.
of money.
19 on like $200,000 a year, and all I had to
Ew.
do was interview people. And
Why were
get
you such a
shit-faced.
Are
jerk? Did
those
you
the-
not realize how good you had it at the time?
well, I'd been working in radio since I was like 15.
Okay.
So I didn't go to like
But
high
he-
school parties or anything like that. I was like
You were just working.
to,
But
like,
he'd been
make it.
drinking in radio since 18.
Got it,
And then I
got it.
just got turned into just a piece of shit. And then
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "We'll fire you if you'll keep it up." And I was just like, "Fucking fire me then." But it turns out
Child
they
star.
called my bluff.
So they fired you. They fired you.
How did they do it publicly?
We sat in a conference room and we were like, "Okay, we'll just say you're parting ways to focus on TV, blah blah blah, wank wank wank." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, sounds good. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. It's been fun. I just want to leave now." And then a publicist who worked there was just leaking these fake fucked up things to like all the major newspapers. So there was a day where I was in like the paper and the news for
Oh
like
my
a
God.
week, where people were like, "You had to get like escorted out," and like none of it
You
was
were
true.
like on Australian TMZ and everything.
Yeah,
all
like
of
that
that.
shit. So then I hate the media now. So whenever Trump says fake news, I'm always like, "Oh, I'm a
That
little bit
guy's got
hesitant."
something to
I'm a
say.
little bit hesitant because I know the shit that they can just write about you as long as they say sources say,
Yeah,
allegedly,
allegedly.
an insider.
Yeah.
Like all these weird things these journalists.
Well, they have
can just
freedom
be
of
like,
speech in Australia too, right?
Yeah.
So that's where you got screwed. Sorry.
That's where it went wrong, man.
That should be the clip.
Yeah.
They have freedom of speech there too. That's where you
That's
got
what's
screwed.
wrong.
The problem with America.
Too many countries with
Too many
fucking people are
countries.
not prison.
So after that happened, your reputation was demolished. No
Wait.
one would hire you.
What's the family dynamic? Like, did your parents were chill with you doing like radio and everything?
I've got a great family. That's the problem.
Oh,
You have
you have to
brothers.
become interesting, so you made your own problems.
You
typical white
Are your
dude.
brothers inventors? We talked about this. You have like rich brothers or something, right? We did talk about this.
Yeah, my brothers do weird shit, but I invent shit as well. I
Oh,
love
you're an
inventing
inventor
stuff.
too.
Yeah, not like engineer over here, but like
Okay.
What's with
So
the
like what?
disgust,
Like are you
friend?
inventing? Are you inventing this?
Engineers killed my dad.
did they?
I don't know what I'm saying for
Imagine
you.
if that's
You
my
just
thing.
looked, fucking hate
Fucking
engineers.
engineers.
They're always building shit to kill my dad.
Fucking figuring out how stairs work and whatnot.
And then they just fall down and kill my
Oh
dad.
my god.
Okay, wait. What do your brothers and your parents do? I'm trying
Say that less interested if you fucking can.
I
What
just
are they
What the fuck do your brothers and your parents do or whatever?
Oh my god. I just know that you have attractive brothers who invent things because I
Thank
asked
you.
you that one time.
Why is everything with you guys about looks?
Because we're trying to fuck somebody, dude.
Duh,
who's
because
trying
we're
to
in
fuck me?
Me, I'm
Hollywood.
trying to fuck somebody.
I'm
She's
trying to
not a
find
man.
her a husband so she
Okay,
can
what are you
like
looking for?
focus on something else.
Definitely not a relative of yours.
Okay. Unbelievably valid. Like I said, probably some rapey DNA in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, what do they do? What the fuck do your brothers do?
Well, not you now. Not with that attitude.
Excuse me. Thank you.
No, my girlfriend and I know a bunch of linebackers if you want.
Oh, yeah.
If you want a link. Any of this popping for you?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, okay.
I
So
still
you.
want to know what they do.
I don't think he has daddy issues or anything.
Nah,
he
my dad's
created.
lovely.
What
he
do your,
created
what
his
what
own
do your
problems.
parents do, and what do your siblings do?
My mum is the hardest job in the world. She's a stay-at-home mother.
Oh.
Are you crying or laughing, Lowe? It's hard to tell.
Bit of both.
He's acting.
And my dad is like an engineer, and then my brot's
Your dad's
kinda-
really an engineer.
What kind of
Yeah.
engineer?
civil.
My dad's a civil engineer.
Oh, no way.
Wait, my dad's like he's gonna be president of the American Society of Civil Engineers, so your dad might know him.
Oh,
'Cause it's like a worldwide
my dad
organization.
goes drinking and fishing, so probably not.
My dad drinks and would fish.
Let's see if
like-
these two want to hook up.
You
and
guys
I think
should link
we
up your
found
dads.
another reality television show.
Hooking up dads on NBC, the diverse network.
We're gonna bring their exes on the show.
Oh my
But what
god.
they don't know.
I don't know.
Insert twist. Are you
Oh
okay,
my
Zara? I feel like this isn't going at all how you wanted it to.
Oh no, this is
she
great.
has like a very like linear trajectory, and then I just fuck it up.
She is just.
No, I'm all. This is interesting. You guys are learning about your dads and engineering and shit, and
Can she sound more disinterested?
What's the hardest thing that you two are finding right now in comedy? Because I'm always very perplexed by that. Because
what, the hardest
here's
thing
the
that
thing.
we're finding?
Everyone I talk to in comedy somehow thinks that they or their sex or their religion or their background has it the worst. Do you
Oh,
feel that for
no.
yourselves?
No.
I just like I'm not even focused on that. I just want to get funny. I'm just like, how the fuck do I get funnier?
Time. And
Yeah,
stage time.
right. But then
Yeah.
like every time I do a set, I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with that? Like I'm not even focused on the check boxes.
That's good.
I'm just trying to get into the right rooms.
In writing or stand up?
Writing and stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get in front of the right people. Like right now, I feel like I'm ready for like representation,
Mm-hmm.
like a manager, an agent, and all of that. And I'm just having a hard time. Like I feel like I have a package together now, and I'm ready. But like, you know, the stars are not quite aligning, or like something always happens, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know. So that's where I don't think it's because of my race or religion or because I'm a female. I think all of those things actually have been helping me. So I'm like kind of grateful for the time that Hollywood's having right now, like because I think they're realizing that they need diversity. So it's been helping me get more stage time and all of that. So I'm not like disappointed in like where I am. I'm just more disappointed in like I could be like I could be further if I just had like the right people on my side. And I feel like I don't have that right now.
I guess that's what part of it is, though, is like people who are like minorities don't have access. Like that's what you were don't have as much access to like the higher ups that get people in those rooms, and that's what's changing right now.
Maybe because there's other people like me who have access. So I just think like I need to go out there and I need to be networking more, and I think I need to party more essentially.
It's the worst part of it.
Yeah,
having a network.
Yeah, I think because I'm always like I always try to keep it professional. I have my head down. I'm always just trying to do the work.
Yeah.
But I've now like finally come to the point where it's like, oh, I need to do the other stuff too.
Yeah, because there's a lot of trash comedians who are great at networking and becoming best friends with headliners to get opening spots.
Absolutely.
And they're garbage people with nothing to offer.
Yeah.
And like every time I become friends with a headliner, in my head, I'm like, I'm never going to ask this person for anything. I like do the opposite.
You're doing it correct. That's it. Be scared of everyone.
I'm a little worried about that too.
Yeah.
It's just like they become my friends, and I'm like, I don't want to be another person asking this person for, and I don't know, I figure it'll.
But you're actually talented, so I mean, if you did that, I don't.
Weird.
You know, I don't know. I just I just need to do more than networking because you think I don't know how to party, and I partied a lot like before, like I just got
Where the fuck
so
are
into
you
comedy.
At parties? Do you party?
Yeah.
He parties.
With,
the thing
like,
is, like,
Instagram models?
I've just started to get invited to these things because, like, people just think I just have this reputation of working or, like, just being so focused that I'm, like, people think I'm not a nice person.
Yeah, you don't seem like a people person.
And
I'm here on your podcast right now, and I guarantee I'll leave here still being like, she's not a party person. And you don't have to be. I'm not saying you have to do a bunch of blow. Unless you got some.
You should do a bunch of. We should do a bunch of blow.
No, I'm not gonna do blow because I have a heart condition. but no, I used to party a lot in my 20s. I'm still in my 20s. But no, I used to party a lot, and now I just don't.
How old is Fizzer?
I can't. Same age.
Yeah, we're the same age.
But I don't know how old you are.
Good.
She said to me, she goes, "I'm way older than you think I am," and I was like, "What are we talking like?" Late 20s? She goes, I'm definitely not in my 20s. And I was like, I'm fucking way off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm going for it. Hollywood thinks I'm 26, so I'm going to leave it at that.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I partied a lot. I'm over it. I'm like, I know what I want to do, and I'm just like doing what I want to do. But like now it's like, if you're not out and about and, like, you know, dancing on bars and, like, making out with people on the streets and stuff, people think that you're, like, not a people person. And it's like, I
don't think it's like that.
I think you've maybe got to find a happy medium.
Yeah, I got to figure out what that happy medium is.
Maybe that's just when Zara goes out, that's what happens. She's like, oh, just because I'm not doing blow and making out with you, I'm not a fun person.
Yeah, that's a weird
Sorry, you don't have to fucking do that every time.
No, that's not what I'm talking about at all.
The thing is, like,
we wanted to join a book club. I don't know.
I was in a book club. I'm in a book club now, but I don't know. What? I feel like I'm being judged because I don't know how to, like, I do know how to party.
I got accosted for dating a hot girl for 20 minutes. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean? You're not being accosted. I'm just so shocked that you've been able to hold on to her for so long.
Yeah, we're just like really proud of you.
We are. I think that's
really
what it is.
Proud and mostly in disbelief. But
it's real weird because every podcast I come on, I spend about 20 minutes talking about how everyone wants to fuck my girlfriend.
Yeah, because we're all horny as hell, and you're just posting all these pictures of your hot ass girlfriend.
I don't post her up anymore.
Maybe I just go to her Instagram.
Again, we don't believe that this is true.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Are you holding her hostage?
Yes, and we need to stop fucking talking about my girlfriend. Okay, that's my dungeon.
Okay, all right. Sorry, we were talking about your vices and your darkness, which it seems like you don't have much.
I'm a very angry person.
Why are you so angry? What happened to you?
Here's my problem. I live on
you?
North Laurel Avenue, so I have to walk up every day and see who's on that Laugh Factory marquee.
Oh, you get bitter.
It's beyond bitter because bitter would come from a place if I knew I wasn't better. That's an aggression thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so you think... Wait.
I mean, I live on North
Laurel.
You live up there too. How many times have you seen someone...
You think you're better than that person, and you're like, why the fuck are they up there?
Because there's sometimes I'll see people on a marquee, and I'm like, okay, well, I definitely know I have more credits. I know I'm fucking verified,
You should absolutely.
more followers. I'm not connecting the dots here as to the mindset for you to be surpassing me.
There is
There
no
I got
way.
angry.
There is no way, and I will tell you this: like, there is no way why you shouldn't be going up there like every week.
Thank you.
Because, and I don't know, like we know like not everybody gets a fair shot in comedy,
Yeah.
and it's really unfair. And unfortunately, like this town is like that. It like goes into my problem that I'm having, where like. I feel like I should be in some of these rooms where I'm
Yeah.
just
I
not
just-
getting the opportunity
I just
to be
feel
in
like
there.
you gotta like,
you know?
like I just try to let that shit go. Like there have been comics that I've been like jealous of, and I'll just book them for my show because I'm like I know it comes from an irrational place, and I
Yeah.
don't want to like not support people that are funny,
Yeah.
right? So like I just try to it's like exposure therapy. I'm like just fucking be friends
Yeah.
with, because it's
Yeah.
not like it's also like they did what they could to get where they can, and like none of us have the same path, and also. Like they might be on the Laugh Factory now, but you don't know how long it's gonna last. You don't know what their path is gonna be, and I just feel like there's too many people to be that bitter about everyone.
Yeah, but I got
You
so
got
much
so much
time.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
No.
Use
list at
that
home.
fucking time
Yeah,
to
he's
make
Chalk.
to make chalk.
Yeah.
Make chalk
But
with that pain.
he's been doing this for a long time, you know. So like it does make me a little mad when I see
Like I'm
like
10 years in. So
Yeah.
I'm down the track. And I know
Yeah.
that most great comics are 20, 30 years in. But I'm in that class now of people where some of them are getting JFL and they're not funny. Some of them are getting marquees and it's only because they're best friends with headliners. And
Yeah.
those are the parts where I completely understand where you're coming
Yeah.
from because
Yeah.
you should be repped. But
Yeah.
then, by the way, when you get a rep, it comes with a whole new bag of issues where
Yeah.
you're like, hey, we sent that pitch into TBS. When are we going to hear back? They'll get back to us. Hey, man, been 2 weeks. What's up with this TBS thing? Hey, I'm on the road with insert bigger comedian. I'll get back to this thing. Those things will become highly, highly annoying.
yeah. I don't know. I would rather have those problems because at
Yeah.
least that way,
I
like
just-
people are acknowledging my talent.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, I can
because
see
like
that.
right now it's like I don't know where I'm at because like people acknowledge my talent, but then like they like then they go and book someone else who may not be as talented because they have more Instagram followers or
The Instagram
they
thing's
have
about
that
to fuck off.
relationship or yeah.
There's
and
no way that Instagram
actually-
thing isn't because they've seen
Yeah.
they've tried it as someone
Yeah.
who's been in these writers' rooms who has
Yeah.
to write for people who have 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
They're at a point now where they're like, hey, people only want to see these people in 15-second hits.
Yeah.
They have zero talent. They don't know how to use prompter. They don't know
Yeah.
how to write. If that was the case, then
Yeah.
fucking Brittany Furlan should be the biggest name on the planet with an Academy Award. Instead,
And I
she's
know who
fucking
that
Tommy
is.
Lee to get a roof over her head.
Dude, I know Instagram like influencers or whatever who have like millions of followers, and like one of them slept on my couch because like he didn't have a place
Yo,
to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
these people
You know,
don't have
so
money
it's-
for cocaine.
Exactly. So I'm not.
They can't fund their
I'm
own
not
habits.
as much worried about that, but it's just like it's not in a level playing field. It's not a meritocracy thing. It's
No.
not a like, and I'm realizing that like I work hard and I'm disciplined, but it's like. Oh, none of that matters if you're not doing all the other stuff. So now I have to like go and schmooze and like let people
all-
know that I like to party
But
and
it's all
stuff.
it's all
you know?
different skill sets. I
Yeah.
feel like because like
Yeah.
I think the fact that I came in like knowing how to use a Google Calendar like put me like way ahead of like a lot of comics who have no idea what the fuck they're doing like with organization and stuff. And so I think like the networking thing or whatever is just another. If you're like, okay, I want to play this game, it's just something else I have to learn. So I
Yeah.
try to make the bitter like I'll just like spite apply to things. I'll be like in a mood and I'll be like, I'm gonna fucking get funny, and I'll just like apply to shit, and then I'll just forget what I've applied. And I just like put it into more work. I don't know because it doesn't like.
That is the most healthy way to do it is to because I'll do like almost like some sort of a flow where I'll be bitter as fuck for a week and then I'll read my self-help books, meditate, do
Oh,
yoga.
shit, you do all
feel
that
better.
shit.
Yeah, I do all that
And
corny
he's
shit.
still
Do you
angry.
do you have like but that's like I mean I think it's like it's a process.
It's a cyclical thing. It's cyclical. I
Yeah.
get it. I
Do you,
get it.
are you in therapy?
No, I was, but I don't have healthcare.
That fucking sucks.
What?
hate-
How is that? But like, aren't you sad? Don't you have things?
Don't you have money?
Yeah. Hey, money bags.
You
Where's
have,
the money?
you have stuff going on. How do you not
Take
have
your
a-
monocle off and tell us why you can't afford
Because
therapy.
I also have a lot of expenses and shit I got to pay for. Like every
like
time.
90% of his girlfriend's meals.
Yeah.
And you know how much Instagram models
Aw, that's
Yeah,
so sweet.
once every couple of weeks until
Yeah.
I hose
So
her
sweet.
down. Then she doesn't get fed that week. She's bad.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
eat. Wait, so what has been the most useful in terms of like keeping the bitter away or whatever? Like, what self-help books, meditation, what shit works the best for you?
I often think about what would I say to myself a year ago. So if the me from a year ago could say something to me now and look at all the shit I did in that time period, would I look at that year like, oh, you did pretty well to shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
And then obviously you got to really apply, like, meditation is amazing. Reading books that'll help you not be a dick is amazing.
I've started doing that.
Yeah.
I listen to Audible now since we're always in our cars. Like
Yeah.
I've started listening to like different ways and
send
that's been
compliments
helpful.
out. Tell other
that's
comics
like
they're doing good.
That's what I like with the booking and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I just fucking heart everybody's shit and try to support it.
I do that with Twitter. Like everyone's shit. It doesn't fucking matter. No one's going to ring you up and
I
be
do
like,
that
hey, man,
too.
did you fucking like that tweet?
Yeah,
from 6
I do that
weeks
with
ago?"
Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook. And I also like subscribe to friends' podcasts and like review them and like rate them 5 or whatever, just to because everybody needs it.
Yeah, everyone's just as sad and in a shitty spot. Like,
Yeah.
wherever we all are in our
Yeah.
career. Like, I know that people like a Dane Cook are probably super jealous of other people who are doing great in comedy, which is insane to think about.
But that's why they continue to like drop in everywhere they can.
Yeah.
It's like that thirst is insane.
The
Yeah.
It's
thirst
just gonna
never
be with
goes
us
away.
forever.
And you know the problem that you're having? I was talking to Ahmed, who's
Yeah.
like an
Who's been to the White
internationally
House for
touring
comedy.
comedian.
Yeah.
Been in the White House,
Which White
internationally
House?
touring
The good
comedian.
one when Barack
Oh,
was
okay,
in it.
okay,
when
okay.
Barack was there. Yeah. And he was saying himself, like, whenever he tries not to come back to LA as often because it's like impossible to get up at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, right.
It's like so it's like if celebrities, nationally touring celebrities are having this problem, like of course the rest of us are gonna have this problem.
The other
So-
thing that when you talked about the year in comparison thing, for a while my therapist had me like write down every day just like 3 things that I accomplished.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was really helpful. And for a while recently, like my friend and I would like call each other up at like 2 a.m. when we like, were going to bed and just like recite our 3 things or
That's
whatever.
cool.
Yeah, and it's really nice. It like connected us and we both like forced each other to do it when we didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it makes you like reflect a lot on a daily basis.
Yeah, being appreciative and showing gratitude towards some weird shit, which I know was weird coming off the back of talking about how bitter we were. But I read this book, I forget who it was by, Mr. Hicks, maybe. So it was about basically when someone does something small and shitty, find the gratitude in there somewhere. So when someone cuts me off in traffic, instead of doing my usual, I'll just hop out and beat this person to death. Now I'm like, well, they might be having a bad day. I'm just appreciative that I have a car that I can pay to put gas in, and it's all fine. And then by the time I've said like 3 or 4 things that I'm appreciative for, I really don't give a fuck about that Lexus that cut me off 8 minutes ago.
I do a similar thing, but it comes from a bad place.
Yours
where
is the
like
opposite.
where it's like where I'll like see somebody does something and then I'll like reanalyze what happened and I'm like, oh, that shit wasn't my problem at all. This is your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that relief of like, oh, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. I'm good. Like that just smug satisfaction just sends me on my way.
And you got to do that because I don't know how many psychos do stand-up comedy.
They'll really
And
try to
delusional
convince you that
goals.
you're like a monster or
Yeah.
like a terrible person.
Yeah.
Even though like, and it really, because all of our perceptions of ourselves are like totally skewed, and it like skews like every time we do a set. So
Yeah.
like you have to have like a stable core and like do the self comfort and like know who the fuck you are so that other people don't destabilize. Because they'll totally try to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Fizza was in the car with me once where somebody cut me off, and I have road rage too. So I like sped up next to them, and then I was like, I look over and I'm like, oh, they're fat. It's okay. Like,
That's how you rate it?
that's how I like I was ready to curse them out, and then I'm like, oh well.
I pity their lives.
I'm like, okay, fine, you get a pass.
Jesus
Like,
already did it for you.
What if it was
You know?
like a skinny bitch? Then you would have just run her off.
I
the
usually
road.
like I kind of have to just see the person. If I can see them,
Humanize
usually
it.
like, and once I can humanize them, like I just like let it go.
Yeah.
That's usually what it is.
That's a nice way to do it as well. From here on out, I'm going to look at every fat person and just be like, at least
better
I'm
than
not
you.
you. You know?
Do you know what's fucked up? Is sometimes this is like the opposite of that as well. Where I'll be feeling so like bad about myself that I'll literally like look around and I'll be like, man, I wish I was that person. And like complete strangers. And then it'll be like a homeless person, and I'm like, man, I wish I was that person. They'll be like, what the fuck am I thinking? Like I'm so myopic
Wow.
that I
That's-
want to be like I don't even know how their struggles are like what their life is,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I'd rather be anyone but me.
Homeless
Yeah.
people
Like the
will put you
opposite.
in perspective real quick. Like
Yeah.
I was leaving, I think we were leaving a party downtown. I was with my friends who were visiting from New York, and like my feet hurt. Someone else is like throwing up, you know, because she drank too much, and the other one's like she has her heels off and she's just like wobbling around, like crying because her ex-boyfriend's like, you know, moved on really quickly. And like this homeless man comes up to us, he's like, "Are you ladies okay?"
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know how hard we got it right now. It's crazy.
They won't let us bang in the club. They won't let me in anywhere.
Craig said I don't party, and now I partied too hardy.
I had a whole bit about being jealous of homeless love. Like when you see a homeless couple
Yeah.
and you're like,
I've thought that
"Damn,
too, because
really?"
I'm like, you have to have the stinkiest everything, and they're both
And they
just like,
found each other.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
But I feel bad
There's
for them.
somebody for everybody except me.
Yeah. Man, everyone's fucking.
But that's true. I mean, there are a lot of homeless people fucking in this town, for
Yeah.
sure.
I
For
mean,
sure.
if I was homeless, I would probably be fucking more.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's another way to like escape your situation.
Why do you
Yeah.
think you're not fucking?
Because I don't like people.
This has been a good session. I'm glad we found the core root of your problems.
No, I've just had some bad experiences, and so like I'll have what I call one mistake a year, where I'll like fuck around with somebody like once like the same one person a year,
Okay.
and then I'll be like, I'm done for the rest of the year. I can't.
You
This
gotta
is-
have more mistakes in a year.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
just
Like, you gotta.
I was burned so hard the first year.
You
with,
gotta
like-
get over it, man. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know. What
I mean,
to
it
tell
was with
you.
this scary person that's still around.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
know.
in comedy? I
Yeah.
feel
Yes.
like they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Who?
that's, I'm not gonna say here. I don't want to. I had to try to go. to
Someone
the
who
police.
called me
That
a
shit-
5.
Anyone who rates a woman is a 2.
Right? That's what I thought too. But I
No,
don't know.
But you're a 7. That guy's
Oh, that's so sweet.
What a fucking idiot.
He's so
I mean,
sweet.
You know?
That seems to be the consensus on YouTube.
You're a 7?
Yeah, they
People said that. On
Yeah,
YouTube?
on
Oh
YouTube.
my god! If you want to see, because everyone's like, "Man, you can't say anything to women anymore." If you want to chuckle, go on any Laugh Factory clip that a woman's doing stand up. Scroll down and just see what the world is offering people right now. People just be like, "Why is this fat chick holding a mic like a dick?" You're like, "Jesus, bro, you're
It
from
is
Wisconsin.
Crazy.
Relax."
I swear to God. So I actually posted this today because
Yeah,
I
they
was.
they should see that she's a fat chick and feel bad for her, right?
Yeah, I mean-
that's Zara's
It's just,
method.
okay. I'm not fat shaming anyone. Okay, my brother's fat, my dad's fat, my entire family's fat. Okay, I love fat
My
people.
best friend's fat,
My
and I
best
love
friend is
fat
not fat.
people.
Pallavi's family doesn't smile.
Yeah, it's just
No, I'm just
American Indian
saying.
Gothic.
I could pull up next to a skinny bitch and I'm like, oh, she's
Your
skinny.
family
Why do you
photos.
look at my family pictures?
Because I was like, "What caused this?"
Are
And
you
then I was like, "What are we dealing with?"
Did you go on a Facebook dive or something?
Oh, I was on your gram and I saw
Oh.
you and your brother. And then-
Oh,
and
I
then your
posted that
dad.
on purpose. Did you
Yeah.
see yeah. A lot of pictures of me and my brother not smiling.
Oh, yeah.
Show us what you're. show
Okay, so this
Yeah,
was
show
my
us your
tip for today. This was my tip for
Oh.
today. It was tip number 39. Okay. Fellas, if you wouldn't say something to a woman's face, do not say it on her social media, comments, or messages. Don't be a troll. Just be a better human.
It's valid.
Right?
The problem
Yeah.
is that every one of these guys would say
Yeah,
this
they
to a
would say
woman's
it to your
face.
face.
No, they
Or
wouldn't.
they'd call it across
They're
the
sitting in
street.
their mom's basements
No.
in Wisconsin. Like
Mm-hmm.
you would never say to a woman who's on stage with a mic, like,
Yeah.
like you
I
wouldn't.
mean, some people do though. Not, but I think
Yeah,
more
but
people,
then
more
they get
people
kicked out of the
comment than
club,
would.
right?
Yeah.
Like people say these vicious things on
Yeah.
comments and whatever that they would never ever say in real life out
been-
No,
loud.
I've
my
been having
girlfriend
a
gets it all the time. It's,
Oh yeah.
Well, she also gets sent lots of dick.
That's crazy.
Like
how do you deal
like
with that?
mail order or?
Just like she will
If
Amazon
she gets sent
Prime
del-
dick.
She's
dildos?
like, I just need some dick right now. Craig, get out of the way.
She'd be like, I need to know what a fucking real,
Real
man
dick.
feels like.
Unbelievable. How do you deal with that? Do you ever get jealous or anything?
No.
Do you ever see any of the dicks?
Yeah,
that you
she
get sent?
shows me all the dicks.
Aww.
Every dick is such a weird dick. My dick included. Every guy's like, my dick's the normal dick, but everyone else's dick must be the weird dick. And you're a girl, you've seen
Yeah.
like 6 of them. So it's like, you know, every
Thank
time
you.
you see a dick, you're like, oh, what's up with this color here? What's going on? What's up with
I
the...
just try to close my.
I
eyes.
mean,
That's the spirit.
the colors are always a
They
surprise.
vary.
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, but I don't understand. So I don't understand me getting unsolicited dick pics in my DMs. Because it's not like I'm putting myself out there. Like, I'm not like, I'm not putting myself out there as sexy.
No victim shaming here.
It's just like, I don't, like, I don't understand. But
because some guys,
it's insane to me.
some guys, and this is what I found a lot. She has a lot of like Indian followers, and those guys will just send her just like, you'd be a lot prettier if tits away, whore. And you're like,
I literally got a tweet that was like, what was like, fit, smart, and funny. Only thing I see lacking is childbearing hips. And then I just screenshot it and blocked him.
I absolutely
I tweeted the screenshot.
disagree.
And then I got a bunch of likes of that screenshot, and I've been blocking bitches ever since.
That's ridiculous.
amazing.
It's ridiculous.
I love
Turn
it.
that negative into a positive.
I
That's
love screenshotting Tinder interactions. I'm like, this might be a bad experience, but it's a good tweet.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm always careful about what I send to anyone now due to
So
screenshots.
I love. I have most of my pictures are screenshots. It's how I communicate with my lady friends. I just send them screenshots.
Oh yeah, no, we
Love
all know
it.
you all do that, and we know.
I don't
the
think
girls-
all of you do. I think some of y'all
Some
are dumb.
don't, and that's what
they're
just like.
so dumb.
I find that crazy. So okay, I'm gonna say this. So there's a man that Fizza dated briefly, and he then proceeded to hit on me, and was like literally hitting
This is
on
the
me.
Dumbest shit I've ever
Like
heard.
literally hitting on me, and I was doing like my material on stage, and
Wait. He had also just hit on Fizza right before he hit on you. Again.
Yeah, he hit on Fizza again, and then like in front of me, and then he was at a show that I was on, and I talk about like dating a DJ, and I do this bit about like, hey, I'm dating a DJ. He like, and then people, like it's like an interactive thing where it's like, oh, how DJ is he? He's such a DJ. He doesn't take requests in bed, like stuff like that. So he's like, oh, so you should ditch the DJ and like, hang out with me and like this and
I
that.
like when dudes think they're an upgrade. They're
And
like,
I'm like-
he shouldn't treat you like that. I'd be nicer.
Yeah, but that was every song in the 2000s. That's
Oh,
every
that
song.
that and
Sure.
I love how that beautiful woman doesn't know she's pretty. I love that her self-esteem is low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
One
like,
Direction
what?
had a whole song about it. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey, you don't know you're beautiful, so we should fuck.
It's my
like,
favorite thing. Your
you
lack
don't
of
know your
self-awareness.
self-esteem so down, girl.
Girl.
I just like I don't understand this, and it's like
There's also- there's
I
also-
know you dated my friend, like my literally co-producer. You were hitting on her literally 2 days ago in front of me, and now you're hitting on me. Like, how do you not know we
Dudes-
talk to each other?
No, but they know. But they're just shooting their shot. It's a numbers game. They
It's
don't
a
give
numbers
a fuck.
game.
I don't.
They don't
but,
give
See,
a
that's
fuck.
what I brought this up with
but
a friend
also,
about.
do they
This
not
was
think
the
we're
tweet
smart
that I
enough to
posted.
say no?
Hilarious. But you seriously should work on childbearing hips. I mean, it's going to be a problem for your career down the track.
I'm just gonna go C-section, get that bitch out, and move on.
Okay, you got a game plan. We don't know what we're
Did
doing.
you tell
with
him
Nigel.
that?
Career
Did you tell him
dating.
that? You should have told him that.
No,
tell
I
him
just
that.
blocked him.
that
I've been
works.
having so much fun blocking dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I block dudes all the time, but like this. Okay, so with the dick pics, I'm very interested. Like, how does she handle this?
She.
Because
How does she
I
handle- how does she
legitimately get
handle
so angry.
Dick pics, terrible comments, and then also like scary dudes. Because like there are some dudes we were like hesitant to block because we were like, they live in LA, we don't know how they're gonna react.
Yeah, and that's shitty that girls even have to feel that way. Like, hey, that person who's very terrible to me, I should worry about how I
Daily.
make them feel.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
not good. But my girl, she gets upset. She gets real sad. When people send her mean shit, it affects her.
Yeah.
And of course it would. She's a human being. It doesn't affect me because I'm a comic and I don't give a fuck what 9 out of 10 people say about me. But then occasionally there's one person that will hurt my feelings.
And she's
Yeah.
got like a ton of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like 8 from 10, where someone will be like, you're looking fat, and then she'll just be bummed for 12 hours.
It's so negative that like waking up, like sometimes it's the first thing I'll see is some
Yep.
shit some dude
Some
posted.
shit bag
Yeah.
in some place you've never heard of who's got
Some
an
guy
opinion.
who doesn't even matter. So
No.
like, and it makes me so mad that like these opinions that don't matter somehow are affecting my psyche because
Yeah.
now I think I'm a 7, and it's
Yeah.
like that's
Craig
not
called
fair.
you a 7.
Yeah.
So did YouTube.
And it was only because my girlfriend's listening. You're an 8.
Wow. So she
mean-
listens to our podcast?
Man, if those hips were more childbearing on both of
Oh
you.
my
I
god.
gotta, how do I?
First of all, I didn't even know that was
Stretch
still a
out my
thing
hands.
for childbearing hips.
Oh,
I didn't even know that was still a thing.
that's actually a thing that's a legitimate problem with childbirth, but Can't change him now.
Too far in the game,
I'm
baby.
too old for
God.
this shit.
Look, don't send dick
Bro,
pics.
Unbelievable.
get in a
I
fight with
stopped.
me, break my hips. and
Wait,
then
you
we'll-
stopped? You
I
stopped
stopped.
sending dick pics?
When did you start?
I stopped
Was it by request?
8 years ago. No, because I got requests for dick pics, and that's okay. I get if a girl's like, sometimes I feel it's just for like ransom almost, where she's like, sent you a picture of my tits, so you better send me that dick, because if you try and be a dick about it, I'll show you dick.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Did you ask for the picture of the tits?
No,
Oh,
that's one thing I never do either. I never ask for nudes
okay.
because it's like, what's
So they
like,
preemptively sent you boob pics thinking that you would send back a dick pic?
Well, I had this the other day. A girl
Okay.
sent me a picture of her boobs. She was like, I don't know where she was, in Hawaii maybe. She was like,
There's like a lay on them, so you know.
they were,
Was it
they were
like
watching
geotag?
Moana, I believe.
Was it geotagged? Like, what is it? Like, what's it?
I clicked on her page
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
how do you know? And she was like, she showed her boobs or whatever. And then I was like, hey, these are wonderful, but I got a girlfriend. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was drinking wine. Thanks for not making me feel like an idiot.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's how I let someone down who's a female, because I think that would be far more traumatizing to be like, fuck your tits, bitch. How dare you send these to me? Fuck you. But to get a dick pic is far more aggressive because
Yeah.
dicks aren't designed to be pretty. They're just
if-
sort of structural.
What if it's flaccid, though? What if he's just sending you a limp dick? That's less aggressive.
Yeah,
But
that's-
it's
I
still,
think
that's ugly. That's
weird.
just not, no one wants to
No
see
dick
like a
looks good.
hanging schlong.
No dick looks good. None. Literally none. 0 for 0 dicks look good.
But how much would you suck one for?
Zero money. I'm not like
Okay,
any-
what if you were,
Why does it need to be for money?
what if you were meeting with a network executive?
This is our new one of our 3 questions. Every time we
I
have a
would
male.
fuck-
And they're
Dude,
like, Craig,
straight
I
male.
would fuck a dude for a role, and I would let a dude fuck me for a good role.
yeah, you
Yeah.
would? Okay. So
I
then you
le-
would do
I
it.
left
You would
my
absolutely
entire
do it.
life on the other side of the planet to make it out here.
I
If it's
mean,
like,
to be fair, they basically kicked you out because no one would give you a
okay,
job,
sure.
right?
So you have Google. Good for you.
Okay. Well, no, we addressed that. I didn't have to Google. We figured it out. We talked about it.
Would I? Maybe, but that time is long gone, I think.
You think no?
Actually, no, I've had gay
No.
executives hit on me before.
Yeah, I feel
grab
like
my
you're
dick and shit like
you're
that.
in your prime time right now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Terry Crews thing, where he got upset about?
I think every guy has like 17,000 different opinions on it. At the end of the day, if that person feels violated by what you did, you probably did something wrong. Would I have handled it how Terry did? Probably not. I probably wouldn't go to the Supreme Court with a dick grab because my mates and I have played grab cock before. It's hilarious until
Is
the
that
age
what
of-
you guys do in Australia? Is that
Wait.
a thing?
I've done like tit and ass slaps.
We've
Oh, okay.
look, we
Tit
have
grabs, ass
all
slaps.
done. We've all slapped our mates inappropriately
Yeah.
at parties.
Excuse me, I slap my friends because I'm American.
Yeah, but I guess this guy thought he was friends with Terry Crews and it would be funny. And Terry Crews was a pro football player, so he's probably used to roughhousing. Turns out, nah. And
He wasn't
now
into
you're
it.
in the fucking wrong, bro.
Uh-oh.
But that's my opinion on Terry Crews. Why is he about to come in? Is this a reality show for Terry Crews' brand new show called
I
Dick
mean,
Rap?
Yeah.
do you know him? You said you know a lot of linebackers. I feel like maybe we can get an introduction.
No.
no, not
We actually
Terry.
Pretty
have-
sure he's a center.
We have
So.
Terry Crews fucking your girlfriend in the back.
Ladies,
right now.
we just pull
Ladies,
down this
pull down
blank
the
curtain.
curtain.
She's like, hey.
Terry
I'm
Jr.
making a baby, hon.
This is a
Terry
really
Jr.
extravagant new Facebook show.
Oh, you think we don't do our research?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
should we ask him the other question?
I don't know, man. I feel like this is.
Is this the questions I just heard? walking
Yeah.
in? What was that?
Yeah.
You got a spat on your leg.
I know.
You just
my
went
God.
straight out. Hopefully the cam caught it.
Oh my goodness.
What were the other questions? I
The
want to hear
favorite
these.
South Asian celebrity, and do you have any dumb questions about our culture that are like, this is a safe
Oh,
space you can
cool.
ask?
Probably Priyanka Chopra. She's pretty cool. Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley?
He's like half, right?
He's hard.
Does he count?
It counts.
Okay.
He played fucking Gandhi.
I mean,
I feel like he counts.
Sure.
I don't know. This dude's pulling the best blackface we've ever seen.
Brown face, actually.
Yeah.
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 Which is apparently fine in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Ashton Kutcher did like a Chips commercial like 3 years ago where he did the whole doot 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 thing and nobody gave a shit.
It's just so we're
Yeah.
in a
No one gave a
completely
shit.
different time now, and it's like rapidly. It's like we're here now. Like
mean, my only
even
issue
3
is-
years ago, we weren't
No,
here.
people. I think isn't that like a show about the the Tongan or one of the Pacific Islander guys.
It's
still
Australian,
on
Chris Lilly.
Huh? Is it?
Yeah, Chris Lilly. He does a whole bunch of characters. He plays a Tongan and he does brownface. And right now
In a show, right?
Yeah, he's about to play
it's
South
on
African.
HBO.
Yeah,
Oh,
his new
shit.
one's on Netflix.
Jesus.
And he has
Oh,
doing
wow.
brownface again. But people have the shits about it.
That's crazy.
And questions for you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Are your parents supportive of what you do?
No.
I think mine are more supportive, but my family is like Hindu atheist, and they like will drop me off to shows, and they used to send me long emails and stuff telling me not to do it, but now they're like, how much are you making? And I'll tell them like what I'll make for that show, and they'll be like, you should be making so much more. And my brother, I actually had a conversation with my brother recently, a few weeks ago, and I tweet a lot of stuff, and I post that on Facebook. And my parents and my brother, like all my families, I just was like, fuck it. Because I put in the work to rebel like hard early on. Like I was always in trouble at home, like as a kid, just constantly for talking back and stuff and like not hiding my personality. And so more and more of it's been open. So on Facebook, I'll post all my tweets that are like, I'll post tweets about pussy and masturbating and shit. My mom will be like, why are you talking about masturbating again? Like every once in a while.
Have you tried it?
I'm like, Mom. And then I send her a magic vibrator. No, but my brother recently was like, he's like, yeah, we're fine with you doing comedy. It's just like the thing we don't like about it is how your vulgar jokes. We don't like those jokes. And I was like, why? Is it just because I'm vulgar? And he's like, no, I just don't think it's as clever.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, do you not understand it? And he was like, no, I understand the references. I just don't think it's as funny or clever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, like, how would you, like, I think they're still clever even though they have the word pussy in them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And so then I, like, brought up an example, and it was an example of dirty talk, and I couldn't be like, this actually happened because it was my brother. So, like, the clean part was the joke that I made up, but I was like, how would you say this otherwise? Like, this is how people talk.
Yeah, families have a big issue with swearing and vulgarity, and
Yeah,
then they'll
and,
want
like,
to tell
sex talk.
you, and then they'll tell you about someone else that's not funny that they think is funny. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
So
look,
many
but
people have told me that the puppet guy, what's his name? Jeff
Dunham.
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you should be like Jeff and get a puppet. And I'm like, what? No.
Yeah, and they don't understand what would fucking happen to you over here if you're like, okay, guys, hear me out. Meet Clifford. Get the fuck out of comedy.
What?
Man.
Yeah. No, my parents are not supportive at all. I think they finally came around when facial recognition was like when we made the New York Comedy Festival, and they mentioned us in the New York Times.
Oh, wow.
So once that was out, my dad was like, "Oh, okay." And that's it.
I send stuff to my mom on our WhatsApp group, and I
Yeah.
also tweet her reaction because she'll be so fucking cold. I'll send her like a cool thing, and she'll be like, "Okay."
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she knows what it means.
Yeah, it means a lot.
I think it's just so funny to me
Yeah.
because that'll be just her
Yeah, they're
reaction.
never going
Yeah.
to process the small victories over here are like winning the fucking
Yeah.
Super Bowl over
Yeah.
here. But
Yeah.
back home, they're just like, oh, you're doing Vegas? It's like, what? I'm not doing Vegas. I'm writing on a TV show. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah, they don't get it. They
don't
don't
get
get it. But like it's now gone from like complete disapproval and just like straight up like being disowned to like now they don't really bother me.
Yeah.
But they are like, so are you ever gonna get married? You're getting old. Do you want us? And then like my dad will like send me suitors. Like legitimately, I had a list of like 5 or 6 like suitors, like doctors, lawyers, engineers.
He knows you got a boyfriend, right?
No, I think he might know through the grapevine because enough cousins and stuff listen to this. But like, I think right now they don't think I'll accomplish anything in life until I get married. Like that's like the next milestone that they think I need to have under my belt.
I've never seen anything fuck
Yeah.
up a career quicker than a marriage or a baby.
I mean, for a
Yeah,
woman.
You mean comedy, right?
I mean, for men.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
You mean-
men can get married and just keep going.
If they're like at like a Bill Burr level, he just had a baby and he's doing Madison Square, so
Yeah.
he's fine. But if you're at our level where you're still having to drive to Flappers and do 15 minutes on a Thursday,
Oh, you get 15 there? Cool.
you don't get 15 at the Flap?
I
Who
didn't know they offered that.
Just you, man. Just you.
Man. Fuck.
I got 10. I was
Ruined it.
excited about 10. I was like, what? This is crazy.
That's cute.
Yeah, I know. Oh, thanks.
Do your skits.
But you're like 10 years in? Okay.
You get the minutes you're rated. I forgot to say, my dad is having me do like an improv workshop at their conference for the American Society of Civil Engineers. So like he told people that I do stand up and stuff. Like he's not embarrassed. My mom's always like, stop telling people that, they'll Google her. Like she's just like, you're ruining your career. And like they were worried about my stuff being out with my dad running for this position and stuff. But now he's got it, so it's like whatever. But they want me to. I'm doing an improv workshop at this like giant conference with engineers.
That sounds terrifying.
I'm just gonna focus on not swearing.
You're really lowering the bar.
That's
here.
all I'm trying to do is not swear,
Yeah.
not get my dad fired.
Okay, well, man, good luck with that.
Thank
Yeah,
you
good
so
luck.
much.
Those corporate events can be brutal sometimes.
Yeah, cash is great, though.
Yeah. But,
I'm
I
not
mean,
Love
they,
it.
getting paid for
corporate.
that.
Corporate will do a car payment.
yeah. But also, I feel like with corporates, like, they think they want comedy, but
Nope.
they don't want
They do not
comedy.
want comedy.
It's
You
I
like
want you
the
to
weirdest-
roast like their uncles and
Yeah,
shit.
they've always
Yeah.
got like requests, like you're a DJ, like, hey, it's Pam, her husband died, so like do jokes. And you're like, that's not how this works, sir. I've got to preset them. You know, fuck it, Pam, what's up with your husband?
All right.
Well, we feel done.
To be honest, I was done 15 minutes in.
Wow, that's the 15 he was talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, Craig Lowe, where can our people find you?
1327 North Laurel Ave.
And definitely don't go to the Laugh Factory to find him.
No,
Across the
fucking
street, go
just
to North Laurel Ave.
Go to Tacos Way across the road. You'll see me just
1327. Oh, so you're on the other side
No,
of
the other side.
Laurel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
No, I'm
You're just trying to
You're
get your
towards
girlfriend
Fountain?
murdered. Throw in your address.
Are you towards Fountain?
trying
You're towards
everything.
Fountain.
I'm on the corner of like Fountain.
Oh, okay.
Fountain and
You're on the other side.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm there.
Okay.
Stop by. Not in
Yeah.
a creepy way, but you know.
I'll come by. I'm
Just
always
add
like
up that to
baking.
everything.
I'm always like baking stuff, and then I can't eat all of
Acknowledge
it.
Just that was your inner monologue just speaking. I want your approval.
Acknowledge me.
Look at me. I said something. I'm glad you're baking.
What?
I'm glad you're baking and getting ready to be a wife. Your mum is gonna
What?
be fucking
No,
hot.
no.
We'll send
it's just-
her.
It's
We'll
how
send her
it's you have meditation, I have baking, you know.
Oh,
like
that's-
it's
yeah,
just
okay,
it's just
it's
how I
therapeutic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I always have stuff I need to give away because once I make it, then I'm like, oh, these are carbs. I'm not going to eat all of them. So
I'll eat all the carbs.
got it. Cool.
Great. Yeah, hit me up at Lowe Live. Send me dick pics. I'll rate your dick for you. Let you know what's up. All the dicks. You know what? If I don't get sent any dicks from this podcast, I'm
You're
furious.
gonna get so many dark brown dicks.
Ladies,
it's gonna be
if
great.
you've ever
I
been
feel like
sent
you'll
a
also
dick
get
pic,
a lot of white dicks.
probably
if
you'll
you've
get
been
some
sent a
white dicks.
dick pic, I want you to screenshot it and send it to me at Lowe Live, and I'm gonna rate that dick.
Hashtag rate that dick.
Rate that dick at Comedy Pop Up, the weekly podcast where I rate your dick.
All right.
Where can we find you two lovely ladies as I wrap? Can I wrap it up as well?
Please just
Wait,
wrap
wait,
this up.
we're Facial Recognition Comedy on
Oh my
Instagram
God.
and Facebook, and
awesome.
Facial Rec Comedy on Twitter. Our website is facialrecognitioncomedy.com. We have a show the second Sunday of every month at Westside Comedy Theater in Santa Monica. We also have a show in New York, May 31st at 11:30 p.m., Gramercy location, and Irvine, July 23rd at 8 p.m. The Irvine Improv, that is. I'm Paula Vegaнаlan. That's PALLAVIGUNALAN on everything.
Otherwise known as
The saddest part is it doesn't start up at the end. I'm just in a boat not moving.
Yeah, it's halfway through.
God damn it.
Fizza's not here, but you can find her on social medias at the Fizza Dasani. Fizza is
Fizza
two-
Dasani.
Fizza Dasani. Fizza's with two A's, Fizaa. And this is Zara. You could find me on socials as really Zara. Zara is spelled Zahra. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, last thoughts, Lowe?
Closing remarks.
Closing remarks?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
shit.
never coming back here again.
I
So
hope not. But every time I'm doing a podcast here, I'm like, thought this would be the last one with me and old fucking Paul in the corner here. Never is.
the sexual tension
Final
is
words.
overwhelming.
Just remember that everyone makes it. No one who's ever moved here to follow a
Look
dream
at me when you say
hasn't
that.
been successful. So more comedians move here, the better.
No,
We
please
all make
don't.
it.
Please don't move here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Facial Recognition Comedy, brought to you by Comedy Pop-Up, the place people go when they're not really into podcasts. We'll catch you next week. I'm White. Bye.